Hey guys, uh, we're gonna kick back a little bit here and smoke. I think it's my last Inspirado. I need to get you some more cigars. So let's light it up. So I went to see a. I went to visit my mom and I went to that dealer where they have that trailer um, for the quad. And I measured the opening. It's only 5 feet. The bike is 4 feet one to the top of the little box of the steering. So I said, you mean to tell me that I'm going to have to lay flat on top of this thing, go in through 5 feet, through 11 inches of clearance for me, that it won't be enough. And then once I'm in, step off, swing my leg around and I said, forget it. That is the wrong trailer. The other trailer, I was talking about the Moxie. The other trailer, the Flyer Explorer, the new one, the 2024, is 6 feet on the inside, 6 feet high. That's perfect. So I will be getting that one. So just wanted to make a comment on that. I'm not going to talk about that now because I'm really pissed. And I'm so pissed that they try to kill Trump. They couldn't get him in court. They tried everything. They couldn't get him in New York. They couldn't get him in Washington. And they finally said, we're going to get an idiot to pull the trigger on him and kill him. Same thing they did with Kennedy. They found some idiot to pull the trigger. Luckily, the guy missed. And to miss a shot of 150 yards with a 223, I don't know what kind of weapon, if it was a AR or I don't know what it was. I thought it was a 22 because I saw the video like 30 minutes after it happened. They had it on YouTube and I heard pack, 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 pack. I thought it was a 22 because a 223 is loud. But he was up in the building at 150 yards and luckily he missed. He probably hit the ear or grazed the ear and he was bleeding a little bit. But this guy is tough and he's pissed. You can see him make a fist and say, fuck, like, fuck you, you know, you missed me. Because somebody paid for that job. This is not some teenage, what was it, 20, 21? 20, 21-year-old, they're not into politics. They're not. They're into their phones, they're into the internet, they're into the girlfriends, they're into, everything else but politics. Somebody said, we're going to take care of your family because you're probably going to get killed. He was like a suicide, like a sacrifice to do the assassination of President Trump. And I'm so pissed of that because these people, these leftists, these upper leftists, They're not even in the politics. These are the people above the politics that handle the big money, that make money on war, make money on all this crap that's going on, including the illegals. They're going to exploit them. These are the people that are controlling the country. And these are the people that if there's a revolution and people know who they are, they need to get rid of them. To be honest, I am so fucking pissed that they try to kill President Trump because they know he's going to win. They know he's coming. And they know that he's going to go after them. Not probably all of them, but he's going to go after them. And he's going to impede them on making the money they're making now. And they don't like it. They don't like it. And they try to put him out. Imagine it hit. I don't know if it went through the ear because I haven't really seen more about the news. They were interrogating. They were asking questions of the Secret Service, and they were asking questions. You know what happened, and there was a guy that said that he saw the guy up on the roof climbing on the ladder, and he called the attention to the cops, and the cop didn't do anything. They were confused. There was a breakdown in communications. That's a little suspicious to me. That if there's a cop there, you got the Secret Service around the president, but in the outskirts of the rally, they're regular cops, just to keep order. And somebody said, "Look, there's a guy up there with a rifle," and they had a breakdown in communications. They say that they didn't tell the right people. What kind of a bullshit is that? If you're a cop and you're armed, your duty is to go and get the guy, to either take him out or arrest him. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that. That's come on. Come on. They probably said, don't interrupt. If you see anything, look the other way. Because otherwise, they would have jumped on the guy like 1, 2, 3 immediately. And they didn't. You got to ask yourself, what's going on? Why didn't they go and get the guy right away and inform the Secret Service that there's a guy with a rifle? Because there was a guy on the news. He says, I told the cops, I pointed to the roof and I said, there's a guy up there with a rifle. And they didn't go and check it. Forget about it. Oh shit, there's a squirrel on the street and Papa is locked on. He's watching him. And this guy froze in the middle of the street there. Right where the shade is, at the beginning of the shade on the right, he is frozen because he saw the dog. And Papa just locked on. He's like, giving the laser eye. And I hope he doesn't take off running because he is not leashed. If he takes off, I'm going to have to drop the camera and the cigar and try to catch him, because if he crosses the street, he's going to get hit by a car. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now there's a cat on the other side. And he saw it. Freaking squirrel. Well, let's see what happens. If he moves, I know he's going to get out. I better leash him because... Oh. He went up to the grass over there. Now he's bouncing between the cat and the squirrel. Jesus Christ. So now they're going to do an investigation. They say there's going to be a thorough investigation to see who is this guy? They already know who he is, but was he political? Was he um, just out of the blue came up with the idea? Because if he's in his 20s, he's 20 or 21, I think it was, fresh out of school, if he's in college, you know he's been getting the brainwash that Trump is the devil and Trump is this and Trump is that, and you know, and so people take it upon themselves to say, I'm gonna get rid of the guy because he's evil. Because they keep telling people you should not have classes and lessons in telling the young people what you think of this or that political. It's up to the people to make up their own minds. Let them do their own research. Oh, fucking cat. Hang on a second. You're not going, Papa. You're not going. I don't have time to be running after you. Come here. Okay, be good boy. Okay, I clipped him. He stood up right away because he's got very good eyesight. He saw the tail of the cat back there somewhere. So anyways, you know, if you have people in school brainwashing you and you believe this shit, and then you say, I'm going to save the world. I'm going to save my country. I'm going to go kill this guy because he's evil. He's going to destroy the country, or he's going to destroy the family, or my grandmother's going to lose her Social Security. You know, all this shit that they're coming up against Trump, that some people do believe him. Because a lot of people don't make their own research. They just listen to somebody else. And they don't think with their heads, they think with their heart. They have the feelings. And you do not make a decision with feelings. You gotta think with your brain. That's what it's for. He decided that he was going to take him out, and I'm pretty sure he must have an idea that he wasn't going to come out alive, because nobody that shoots a president is going to be just arrested. He thought he was going to be arrested. No, the sniper across the other roof, they popped him. There was a sniper up on the roof. But the question is, how did he get up on the roof, the shooter, get up on the roof without nobody seeing him? Well, somebody did see him. He reported it. They didn't follow through. There's something definitely wrong. There's something wrong. There's a conspiracy against Trump. And since they couldn't get him in court, they tried with the Russian thing. They tried with the woman that he paid money. And by the way, let me say this. I do not care. I do not care if he went to bed with a prostitute. It has nothing to do with being a president. That is something between him and his wife. The government shouldn't butt in because it's none of their freaking business. It is none of their business. When Clinton took, what was her name? Lewinsky, or whatever her name was, into the White House, and they made a big deal. That's between him and his wife. Nothing to do with politics. And he wasn't even a president when Trump went with a prostitute and did whatever he did. And you know what he did? He was a man. He was being a man. But no, they're going after him because they couldn't get anything else. The Russian collusion was a hoax. There was no corruption. They checked his bank account, they checked his taxes, they checked everything. The only thing that they come up with, oh, he went to bed with a prostitute. And ooh, this is years. This is years. Oh, there's a squirrel again. It's dancing in front of my papa here. This is years before he was a president. Who gives a shit what he did in his private life? Now Kennedy, I found out there's a documentary called the President President's Enemies, I think it was, or the women of the women Kennedy women, something like that. Look it up on YouTube. That they did an investigation, and this is a documentary on the women that he was going to bed with, and I didn't know this. Kennedy suffered from a disease that he would need to walk with crutches, and it was very painful. And so they were giving him this medicine, and I saw a video that he was from the car. He went up to this ramp that had handlebars. Yeah, it had a veranda up to the podium. He walked with crutches to the ramp, and then he gave the crutches to his assistant or whoever he was, guard. And then he walked up the ramp using the veranda. And then when we got to the top, he looked normal. He looked fine. Nothing wrong with him. But it turns out that the medicine that he was taking for that disease, it 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 kind of it activated his libido. Uh, it made him horny as hell. And he told one of his guards. He said that he said to himself. He says he told me that if he didn't have a piece of ass every day, he'd start getting headaches. So he was going to bed with all kinds of women. Well, it turns out that the women that he was going to bed with, they were Russian spies. And they were going with two women like Marilyn Monroe. And the guard was afraid that he would say something classified to Marilyn Monroe. And it turns out that Bobby, not only Kennedy, but Bobby Kennedy also, Robert and Bobby, they were both going to bed with Marilyn Monroe. And Marilyn Monroe got classified as the mind of an adolescence. It's just like a child. She wasn't really, we call it a bimbo. Okay, so if they said anything in bed that it was classified, she could repeat it in front of a camera or something, and that's why it's mysterious what happened to her. She woke up dead one day, and that was a problem. That was a legitimate problem for the government, that Kennedy was going to bed with all these women, and the Russians were hiring beautiful women and put him across his path so he can notice them and have physical contact, sexual contact with him, trying to get information. So that's the only instance I say that if the president is going to bed with a woman while being the president, then that's a problem. But to go and take this guy to court for something he did like 17 years before, it's not a freaking business. His wife, his other wife, not the one he's got now, but it's the other wife's problem with him. Take him to court, get a divorce, do whatever. But it's none of the government's business. It is none of our business. Why are you going to go to court and they're accusing you or this and that? And I said, so what? None of your damn business. If I got a piece here and I touch her butt or I did whatever or grab her front, and that's why they couldn't get him with that. They couldn't get him with the taxes. They couldn't get him with the Russian collusion. They couldn't get him with anything. Okay, so what do they try? The last thing is kill him. That's what they want to do, is kill him. And they're going to chuck it up to this crazy guy that he was up on the roof. There's going to be an investigation. They're going to get to the bottom, and I hope they find out who paid for that job. What do you think, Papa? Huh? What do you think, Papa? Chito lindo. So yeah, I'm glad he survived the shot. He got lucky because with the two, I thought at first it was a 22 because it didn't sound loud, but then I found out that it was a 223. Well, if it was a 223, 1 inch towards the face, it would have taken out an eye, would have killed him, hit him in the brain, would have killed him. I'm glad he survived. I'm glad he's well, and believe me, this guy is gonna go out for vengeance. He is not the type of guy that tuck tail and stay home. He's gonna start shaking that tree, and you're gonna see how many monkeys fall down. You watch. He is really pissed. You could see it in his face, and when he did his fist and he was saying, you can tell he was saying fuck, he was freaking pissed. And I will be too, because the guy's trying to fix the goddamn country, and all these goddamn idiots, leftists, are trying to ruin the country. We're going to have a revolution. We are going to have a revolution. I see it coming. It's already happening with words, and it's going to happen with action in the future. I don't know now, I don't know when, but believe me, I think Franklin said it, or was it, let's see, Franklin, back in the day, he said, the republic has to be something about a good revolution is good once in a while to water the tree of revolution with the blood of revolution, something like that, meaning that it's going to get to the point that words are not going to do it. It's going to be an armed, bloody revolution. There's a lot of people that agree with me. If you agree with me, just say so. But there is going to be a revolution, because it's coming up. It's coming up to that. This country is divided down the middle, and there's a lot of people changing their minds. They see what the Democrats are for what they are, and the liberals, and the changing parties, and these people don't like it. They don't like it. They want to stop it. I was gonna celebrate his survival with a drink, but I already had the drink. But I'm smoking a cigar in his honor. I know a guy that he says, "Oh, Trump is an idiot. He's what do you call him? Obnoxious." And I said, you know what? That's what women say, and you're thinking like a woman. You're thinking with feelings. Think about the facts. Oh, he didn't do anything for me. I have my mortgage, and I got my house, and I got my pension, and he didn't do anything. He's not supposed to do anything for you personally. He's supposed to do for the country, and it trickles down. Not gonna do. He's gonna come. I'm gonna liquidate your mortgage, or I'm gonna, make you more money for your pension, or none of that shit. The guy's an idiot. We're just rambling because they're jealous. They don't want to look at the facts. And I said, he said, what has he hasn't done nothing. I said, do you want me to give you the list? No, he didn't do anything. I said, do you want me to give you the list? Just shut up and listen. And I started telling him this stuff. He walked away. He didn't want to hear it. Because these people don't want reasoning. They want emotions. And I don't deal with that. I don't deal with emotions. I deal with facts. Well, what did he do? What did he do? So I told him a few things. And he just couldn't debate. He couldn't answer me back. He walked away. And he was talking to me about going dove hunting this season. Fuck him. I'm not going to take him dove hunting to my spot. He sent me a text. I'm not even going to answer his next text. Because why take a moron and have an argument when you're hunting? You're supposed to have fun, right? With people that you enjoy being with. I don't enjoy being with that asshole. just bumped to him in the park because he's got a dog that he likes to take out there and toss the ball. Fine. But he starts talking crap about Trump. You don't even know the guy. I said, why don't you do some research and find out if I'm telling you it's true? And then you can say you think. But they just go off the handle without any provable facts. And I told him, I said, look, I gave him like three. There's about a dozen things that, or more. But I gave him, when I got to the third, he just didn't want to listen anymore. I said, look, when he became the president, Obama had a meeting. Instead of having a 15-minute farewell meeting, no, he had a 45-minute, almost an hour, and talking about, oh, North Korea, we're going to have to go to war with North Korea. Because the people that are handling Obama, they make money on war. And they were pushing, right? So what happened when Trump became president? With North Korea, nothing. He stopped launching rockets. Nobody knows what happened. What did he say? But they had a meeting in Vietnam. Say, okay, that right there. He stopped that. No war with North Korea. Next, there was a general over there in the Middle East, an Iranian general, financing these covert operations against Israel and against American bases, and he took them out. 2. 3, he moved the embassy to Jerusalem, that the people saying at the end of the world. Nothing happened. 4, the gasoline went down. That I don't remember what the price was, but it went down to $2.45 here in California, which is a lot. $2.45, and we're paying $1. What are we paying? $1.45 tax per gallon, which I heard now it's going to go up to $2 in tax. So he started drilling here, buying less oil overseas. The economy was doing good. That's 5, and he just didn't want to listen anymore. He didn't want to listen anymore. There's more to go. He just walked away. I said, well, if I'm going to talk to an idiot, let him stay an idiot, because they don't want to admit when they're wrong, and that's what these people are. They don't want to admit that they're the idiots that made the wrong decision on voting for the wrong person. Okay, like what we got now. We got 2 wars going on. We got a harsh economy. By the way, when Trump was the president, the economy was at 1.45%. 1.45%. Now it's 9%. From this moron, old man that we got here. Senile. Printing money, creating more inflation, etc. And this guy doesn't see it. So gas, it went up to 6-something, 6.80 over here. Oh, that's not his fault. Oh, really? So you can't talk to people that they don't want to reason. They don't want to believe what you say. And I said, fuck it. Go to hell. I'm not gonna get all frustrated with a moron that's not intellectually to par. He's on the emotional level, and I'm trying to give him information. He don't want to hear the real information. I say, go look at it. I'm not making it up. Go look it up, so you see it's true. Forget about it. Don't waste your time and emotion dealing with Karens or what's the other one? I forgot the other name for these idiots. Let them rot in their own shit. Let them rot. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen from now to November. I think there's some more shit that's going to happen. It's going to get the emotions and the tension is going to get higher. It's going to get higher. Well, this cigar, Inspirado, my last one, pretty smooth. No complaints. I mean, I don't know, after that cold I had, my taste buds are a little funky. I'm not getting the full flavor of the cigars. All right, I'm gonna do a little watering here and then I'm gonna go inside. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.